So I've been drawing for about a year and a half, and in that time I've gotten a lot better, but my biggest issue is just getting myself to draw. Sometimes I'll even go months without drawing anything, but that's a problem since my dream is to one day make my own manga. So before I can do that, I need to actually draw more, which is where this video comes in. For the next week, I'll be going to art jail and try to draw for 8 hours every single day. Will I get extremely burnt out? Probably, but at the very least, I'll actually open my art software. So how much can I improve in just a week, if at all? Well, let's find out. For this video, I had 3 goals: make something I'm proud of, study an artist I like, and get better at line art. The plan is that Monday through Thursday, I'll be trying to make a finished piece that I'm proud of and learn from an artist I admire, or in other words, complete the first 2 goals. Then, from Friday through Sunday, I'll be focused purely on doing line art. See, I'm not very good at drawing with lines, and painting with shapes comes a lot more naturally to me. But if I want to make a manga one day, then I'll have to improve at line art eventually. But enough exposition, let's talk about how the first few days actually went. For my first drawing, I wanted to do something kind of similar to my current favorite thing I've drawn. I really liked how I rendered the clouds in that piece, and in general I liked the more painterly aesthetic of it, so I wanted to go for something similar here, but man, for whatever reason my clouds just were not looking nearly as good, and I spent about an hour on them. Now for the character, I wanted to just draw the same one I did before, which is Reimu from Toho, just because I like her colors a lot and design in general. However, it wasn't off to the best start. I mean, it was fine, but I feel like when you're drawing something, you can just tell if the vibes are off, and they weren't feeling great. I especially struggled with drawing the eyes, which as you can see took me quite a while. I mean, I was doing my best, man, but they just looked chopped as hell, okay? I don't know, they took me like 20 minutes and it was still terrible. Then I added a bit of shading, and at this point I just kind of gave up on this piece.
I want to walk into oncoming traffic. I'm not even halfway through my day. I still got 4 more hours of drawing I have to do. Dude, I can't already be depressed on day 1, bro. I mean, if you zoom out and blur your vision, maybe it's not the word. Like, if you really zoom out, fuck my life.
Okay, the vibes weren't quite optimal, but sometimes that's just how art goes. So I decided to try something else thinking it would go better. This time I wanted to draw Fern from Frieren, mainly because I was just trying to draw characters with long hair, since drawing and rendering hair is something I want to practice, but you know, it was off to a bit of a rough start again. Okay, the hair was looking a bit stiff or weird, and when I started on her clothes, those also looked pretty horrendous, if we can just be honest with each other. But oh man, the eyes, dude, she looks traumatized. Okay, that's gonna be me by the end of this video. After a while though, it was looking slightly better, but yeah, the whole thing was just a bit cooked.
Is it good? Not really. I have about an hour and a half left. I'm gonna be honest, this sucks. Like, just the challenge, just the idea that I'm gonna have to wake up tomorrow and then draw all day again, dude. It's actually so miserable.
For my last hour of drawing I had today, I tried every trick in the book to try and save this thing. Some that probably aren't in the book too. I mean, you know it's over when I'm opening up tone curves. You think I've used tone curves before ever in my entire life? No, I haven't.
I don't know how to render hair, man. I don't get it. Or eyes, dude. Like, what the fuck is an eye? I mean, if you zoom out far enough, it doesn't even look that bad.
Yeah, the mental was already a bit shattered after just a single day of drawing. Truly a tragedy, but hey, going into day 2, I had a plan. Okay, I was gonna copy something from reference and try to figure out how to do better rendering. In general, I didn't have too much trouble copying this from reference aside from the eyes, which I'm just pretty bad at most of the time, but the rest of it went fine and it was looking okay, although I did really try try and make the eyes better, but despite almost 15 minutes of just moving shit around, making them bigger, making them smaller, moving them up, moving them down, it was not happening.
Dude, I give up, man. I can't draw eyes. I'm actually just stupid and shocked and ugly and a failure. Like, I gotta walk into oncoming traffic. Oh my god.
I then did a side-by-side comparison to try and learn what I did differently from the reference or could have done better on, and wrote some things down, but in general, I'm not sure how much I really learned from doing this. But hey, at least I tried. Now, for my next piece, I wanted to draw another Frieren character, and this time, you know, you might think I'm drawing Frieren herself from the pointy ears and white dress, but you'd be fucking wrong. Okay, because I'm actually trying to draw Aura. Now, she's kind of an evil character in the show, but I wanted to draw a more wholesome version. Maybe an alternate universe where she's just a happy Chungus. But yeah, I just thought she had elf ears for some reason. I don't know why. I also drew her hair differently than her conventional hairstyle, which kind of made her look more like Fern than herself. So really now we've gone through two characters who aren't the character I'm trying to draw. But by the end of the day, it was looking decent. Then on day 3, I started drawing the hand and found a reference for it, but I'm pretty sure it might be AI, because brother, what is going on there? I also finally drew her signature horns, so hey, now people might actually know who she is, so that's pretty cool. And after a while, I had something like this, which, I mean, it was fine. It's not perfect, there's some issues, but it's okay. Then I started trying to render it and see how my rendering study I did yesterday would pay off, but I think I got fucking scammed, because after like 3 hours of rendering, experimenting, and just trying numerous things, some of which were very questionable, I was left with something. Yeah, I mean, it's something.
You know, guys, I'm gonna be honest, I kind of hate it. I mean, look, obviously there's a lot more I could do. Some parts definitely still look kind of unfinished, like the arm, perhaps, the ribbon, the horns a little bit, really everything. Listen, if you zoom out, it doesn't look that bad. I don't know, man. It's just like, you know, look at my rendering reference. Like, look at this image, man. Beautifully rendered piece, has a nice painterly aesthetic. Okay, and then look at what I got. Like, bro, I gotta die, man.
After that, I wanted to try doing a quick study of the rendering reference I had last time to maybe learn something, and you know, it went fine for the most part. I didn't spend more than a little over an hour on it, and honestly, for that short of a time frame, I think I did reasonably well for my very chopped standards. But the eyes and hair both looked a little weird, and the skin was also a bit empty and flat because I just didn't bother rendering that part really. I think I did an okay job on the clothes though, but you know, when you're copying something from reference, your version is pretty much always just gonna look worse, which is to be expected, but also a little demotivating at times. In general, I'm not sure how much I really learned from doing this, but again, at least I tried. Now, going into day 4, I was feeling confident and ready to start this illustration. Okay, I wanted to draw a character from Honkai Star Rail, specifically Fei Zhao, since I always liked her design and color scheme, but I wasn't trying to draw just any old Fei Zhao, okay? I wanted to draw her as a medieval knight, because I don't know, I thought it'd be fucking cool, okay? Do I need to explain myself? No, I don't. Although I will address the allegation. See, you might be wondering, why do I only draw women? Am I just a military-grade gooner? Do I hate all men? Am I sexist? Well, to be honest, when I first started learning to draw, I just didn't have very many male characters that I liked the design of, so I just never really learned how to. And now we're here. So that's cool. Anyway, back to the drawing. This one was off to a bit of a bumpy start at points. I did consider giving up a few times, I'm not gonna lie. But I think in general the mental was just cooked from my past failures more than anything being especially bad about this drawing specifically. I'm glad I didn't give up though, because it ended up looking kinda decent and probably the best out of everything I've made so far this week, which is admittedly not that high of a bar.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we've done a decent job so far, but that's only like, really that's 10% of the battle. Because I can get to this point, I can get like a decent picture with flat colors and line art, but dude, like refining it and making it into something actually good is the part that I just can't do, so.
Then I tried to get started on her hands, which took quite a while since they were both holding the sword, and I didn't really have a great reference for how I exactly wanted them to be, so it was just a bit hard, but you know, we got there in the end. I also started adding some shading, but realized I made way too many small individual highlights when typically values look a lot better when they're grouped into large areas, so this was a mistake, which I did thankfully realize, and by the end of the day, I thought it was looking alright. You know, I think it turned out okay. Some areas were a bit unfinished, but I was getting bored of working on it, so I decided to just call it there.
Look, I think it's pretty good. See, I guess the problem is like, I could think this is good, but then I look at someone else's art. I go on like Pinterest or some website and I look for references, and then I see just how terrible I really am. I mean, you compare it to where we started, it's great. Now, does that mean I improved that much? No, it doesn't. Listen, I think art is just gambling. It's RNG, it's like a CSGO case. It has no skill, it's just random. Sometimes it goes well, sometimes it doesn't. Everyone who's better than me is cheating. That's all I have to say.
Wise words from yours truly. The next day, I added some more details and refined it. I redid the sword and actually colored the eyes finally, and in general, you know, it turned out alright.
I think I am proud of it, so we can say I completed a goal. I don't know, parts need to be darker. All in all though, I am proud of it.
At this point though, we were already halfway through day 5 and it was time to enter the line art zone. So far I've been practicing rendering and painting and using shapes and all that, but from here on out it's lines only. Also, I know I said I wanted to complete the first 2 goals in the first 4 days, and I didn't really end up studying an artist I like. I mean, I did some studies, but that's not really what I meant, so honestly I just kind of got distracted and forgot about doing that, but hey, surely we can at least complete our final goal of improving at line art. Probably the #1 thing I need to practice if I want to make a manga anytime soon. For my first line art drawing, I didn't really know what to do, so I just drew some random stuff from imagination, and it honestly didn't go that bad, but I was extremely tired and didn't even really want to keep drawing today, so the vibes were just a bit off.
I'm gonna be so real, man. It's rough out here, dude. I just want to go to bed. I want to give her some baggy ass pants, dude. She's got like clown pants on. Like, get me out of Clip Studio Paint, man. I just want to leave. I want to leave so bad, dude. I don't want to be here right now. Alright, well, there's my awesome as fuck character. I still don't know what she's holding. Let's just say it's an apple, dude. So yeah, she's holding an apple. She's on an adventure. It's her last piece of food, so she's looking at it somberly. That's why she's sad. And just don't look at her fucking pants or her hand, bro. I low-key just did not try on that. Listen, if you look at this quadrant, if you only look at this quadrant of the drawing, it's not even that bad, dude. I mean, come on, no reference from imagination, like, guys, it's not even that bad. Dude, get me out of this evil app.
Yeah, I was having a little too much fun over there. We can't be doing all that when we're drawing, okay? This is serious business. Anyway, now we're on day 6, the second to last day, and yesterday I only drew for 3.5 hours, which is a far cry from the supposed 8 that I once strived for. But at this point, I was just cooked, man. Drawing this much in a single week was just too hard for me. I was out of ideas, out of things to draw. I was burnt out, and I was a little demotivated and annoyed with how badly most things had gone. I think in general, I just didn't have the willpower anymore to force myself to sit down and draw all day. Anyway, though, to talk about what I'm actually drawing here, I wanted to do Marissa from Toho since I liked her outfit and wanted to practice drawing frills and clothing, and I also wanted to try a full body pose since I haven't really done that so far. I also wanted her to be happy, okay? This was gonna be a joy-filled piece radiating with smiles, all right? I notice everything I draw usually has a pretty mild or benign expression, you know? I rarely draw someone being really expressive, so I wanted to change that. And in general, I mean, it was going okay. Nothing was glaringly wrong with it as far as I could tell. Like it was fine, but I don't know. I also just didn't really like it that much.
I mean, dude, I hate everything I draw, bro. I mean, it was an ambitious project, you know, full body pose, don't have an exact reference. Like, it's not that bad. Like, this is my problem. I'm just an eternal mid. Like, I don't even suck. I'm just not that good. I'm mid. I'm mid as hell, dude.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling super great about it, and I didn't really want to do much more drawing today, but a little before I went to bed, I tried just drawing some random stuff from imagination, and the first thing went fine. Like, there was no real issues with it, but dude, I don't know what went wrong, okay? The next thing I drew was terrifying. Like, actually the worst thing ever. Like, you'd think I lost my opposable thumbs in a scooter accident or something. Like, bro, the same guy who drew this also drew this. Like, I just need you to think about that for a second.
Dude, like, what am I drawing right now? Like, okay, no, I just need to get rid of that.
And this is why I'm saying art is just gambling, okay? Every time you make something, there's a range of how it could turn out. And I think improving is just narrowing that range and raising the floor to avoid catastrophes like this one. Needless to say, after that, I promptly closed this evil software and went to bed. At this point, though, we're on to the final day. So what was I going to do? You guessed it, draw some random shit from imagination, baby. Let's go. This time around, I wanted to draw Frieren. I already drew Fern and Aura, why not complete the collection? I also thought it would be funny to try and draw her from memory and see how close I got, and in general, I mean, I think I did okay. I spent a little under an hour on this in total, and it ended up fine, you know? I mean, it's not the best, but for the circumstances, like, it could have been worse.
It's not good, but it's not that bad. This is probably as good as I'm gonna get within reason for the challenging question. I am curious though, how accurate was I to her design? Because something tells me that I did not do her hair right. I couldn't remember if she had like side hair in front of her ears or not. How'd I do? I guess I wasn't that off, but she does have side hair, which would probably be an issue.
I had still barely drawn today though, but I was just kind of burnt out and really didn't want to draw, but later I forced myself to at least try since it was the final day. And again, I was just out of ideas, okay? I didn't know what to do, so I just decided to try another Frieren from memory, and this one admittedly did turn out kind of worse. I struggled a lot with her hair for whatever reason, but in general, I just didn't want to draw, man. I mean, it was hard.
I don't think this is a great representation of my art skills. Dude, I just can't draw her pigtails. Like, I tried for like 10 minutes. I don't get how they work. Like, I can't do it without a reference. And the mental is just cooked, man. Like, I just don't want to draw. I want to do anything else in the whole world. I've been drawing every day for a week for like hours. I've used all my ideas. I don't have any ideas, okay? Like, I'm done.
And with that masterpiece, we conclude our week-long quest to improve. And well, did I improve? Maybe slightly. I don't really know. Art is so subjective and variable that one day you can draw something decent and the next you just become a terrorist on the canvas. So it's hard to say. But I did only really complete one of my goals, and in general most of the stuff I drew this week was quite the disaster. In total, I drew for about 37 hours, which I think is around 10% of the total time I've spent drawing in my entire life, which is kind of crazy to do in just a single week, so I'm really not surprised I felt so burnt out by the end of it. But anyway, thanks for watching. This was my first video, so I hope you liked it, and I've got some more ideas coming soon, so subscribe to the channel.